Cozy games are bad. Well, at least the current state of cozy games is in a bit of a weird spot, with the majority of cozy games just being farming simulators that rely on looping gameplay gimmicks that get boring real quick. But where did this splurge of crappy cozy games even come from? Well, allow me to introduce you to a game you've probably never heard of before: Animal Crossing New Horizons. One of the highest sold Switch games ever, selling over a whopping 40 million copies globally, in turn causing around 28 million Switches to be sold as well. This created a bigger desire of cozy games, creating a wider market for it. Now, there is a plethora of people who love cozy games. This made more developers create more of them, which is awesome, right? Well, not quite. A lot of these games suck, and I mean they really suck, with some being mediocre, plain boring, or just straight up cash grabs. A lot of these games are missing something to keep you actually entertained. They're missing substance. The thing is, these types of games typically start off seemingly full of life and rich of content until you play for a while and it turns into a mindless grind. Most of these cozy games' late games are extremely weak and lack depth, as some turn into monotonous, excruciatingly slow tasks and just overall fall flat. And I don't know if it's just me, but I really enjoy when cozy games have interesting characters and character development implemented in them. I believe intriguing characters makes for a far more engaging and interesting experience, especially for these types of games. Especially after playing Hades, which I know may not fall in the broad definition of cozy games, but it relates to what I'm saying. However, it made me realize that interesting dialogue can make you fall in love with a game. The characters are always communicating and having conversations about interesting topics, which trickles down into your other relationships, allowing the player to feel almost involved. I just wish cozy games didn't feel so empty and soulless at times. The term cozy is now becoming an excuse for some game developers to create games with minimal and lackluster gameplay. Things taking a long time doesn't equal good content. If anything, it gives players more than enough reason to just stop playing your game. I want to play games that keep my attention, not lose it. It's just nice to feel like you're actually a part of the game rather than just simply playing it, if that makes sense. Another example that I've been playing recently is Dave the Diver, but Dave the Diver has interesting game mechanics, exploration of an interesting world, motive to keep playing, engaging characters, and amazing dialogue. I constantly lost myself in this game. It's beautiful to see a game like this, where you can just sit back and relax. There's two different locations in the game, with one being the ocean and the other being a sushi restaurant that you're helping out with, and it's my personal favorite part of the game. You serve customers, pour them drinks, and collect money. With that money, there are a plethora of things you can buy. Do you want to spend it on decor for the restaurant? Or maybe even new upgrades for your diving gear? Or perhaps hiring servers or new cooks? But you see what I'm saying? There's diversity, there's depth, there's substance. Substance and interesting content will always lead to a good game. I'm just tired of these mindless farming cash grabs. Like, why do all cozy games just have to be farming simulators now? And for an example of a more minimalistic cozy game done right is A Short Hike. In this gem of a game, you hike, climb, and glide through the mountainside landscape of Hawk Peak Park. Along your journey, you meet interesting characters, discover treasure, and simply observe the scenery and enjoy your time. I think the term cozy game is a game that is easily accessible to anyone, in a more broad sense, especially people that don't play games often, and that's the main appeal. A Short Hike does this perfectly, as the game takes place on one island and it's full of life. In this case, less is more. This game values quality over quantity and doesn't waste your time. I hate games that punish you for not logging in daily, especially because there's no real incentive to. They feel like apps on your phone, and it's just unfun. I just don't like games that make you feel like you're wasting your time with no real goal or reason to play, and it's just mindless nonsense, making you wish that it was something good. And I feel like with a lot of cozy games, there is potential. Like, you can see that there is something that can be good, but it usually just falls flat. And I'm just tired of it. Another thing that makes these games better is the implementation of co-op and multiplayer, like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and even Minecraft, for example. It allows you to experience a calm world with one another, and it just enhances every aspect of it. My girlfriend and I played Animal Crossing for countless hours, and we just enjoyed each other's company, and it was such an amazing experience in such a cozy little world. I feel like it just allows for a more enjoyable experience, especially because my partner and I love to play games together. It creates more possibilities and opens more doors for people to play a game and experience it in a more fun and engaging way. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this and like to play games with other people, especially ones as easily accessible as these types of games. But the thing that makes them really enjoyable is having a lot of content as well to share with other people. But I don't know, my girlfriend and I had a blast with all the games we played together. But hey, that's just my opinion. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on the state of cozy games, and I'm truly curious. Thank you so much for watching, and I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe. It helps push my content out to more people, and I appreciate it more than you know. But with that being said, I'll see you later. Bye.